Hello, everybody. Welcome to Toonkind D&D. I am Mock, and I'm here today to do an FPS with my cool friends.
Oh, you think we're cool?
Yeah,
Oh.
Fable's here in case stuff goes wrong. That's Yuni, but Fable's here in case stuff goes wrong. Um, and I'm just gonna roll right into this because I'm eager.
Yeah. If you haven't listened to Return to Form, you should listen to that because
And Dress Who,
um and Dress Who, yes.
which
Mhm,
did also
mhm.
happen. Basically, Ansel died, but he got better.
Yeah,
It was just a flesh wound.
flesh wound.
And Errol killed him, and he arguably got worse.
Arguably.
One could say.
Situationally, not great.
Mhm.
And Blink is also here.
Blink sure is here.
Blink's here. Yeah. So wow. So in Return to Form, you guys kind of covered that like 2-week period of Ansel at Zan's house, and then brewing a potion and returning to form, as it were, and it was kind of established in that it was just the two of them that night. Because partway through, Blink had returned, and we did Dress Who, and we had some cute family type scenes, and that was great. But Blink wasn't there on that particular night. He had some business to attend to,
Mm-hmm.
and so this is where he is.
Made a little bit of a trek.
That's not nearly as much of a trek as it could be. There is a teleportation circle, after all.
Yep, very true.
Makes this very convenient.
Hmm.
Um,
Once
hey,
upon a time, it
Fable.
would have been a trek, but now you just come on over for
It's still a
visits.
trek down, like, from Zan's house, but that's
Oh, from
But
Zan's
again,
house, yeah.
also, tune montage makes it a lot simpler.
yeah, it's quicker. Fable, I'm just. You want to give us just a real quick like picture of the little corner jail?
It's
Just what's the vibes?
um well, man, how if I had to really describe it. It's not a big jail, but it's not a small jail. It's proportionate to the town. To the it's proportionate to the town.
It's
Jail
it's
cells along the wall, but not like your classic incredibly uncomfortable ones. I think they put some effort into making them like the beds and shit aren't shit and whatnot.
mm-hmm. Cool. Well, I imagine Blink rolls up. Probably in my mind, this happens at night, or like late evening, in toward nighttime. Um, just seems thematically appropriate.
Yep, that tracks.
And I don't even know if we want to go through like, oh, Blink is arriving and whatever. I kind of want to start with like Blink stepping in through a door, like into. Yeah, they got like a visitor center in this place, or what?
I mean, they've got
Or are we
visitors.
just inside cell, outside cell?
I mean, they've got like the area out front, which like has the all the guards' offices and whatnot, and I
I think
guess
we're
I don't
doing
know.
inside cell, outside cell.
Yeah.
Hey
Not
man, it's
really
all
a
good.
visitor. Not really a visitor center. You can kind of just
Nah.
go in there and stand outside the cell.
Okay. I mean, I'm just imagining, Blink is probably steps through that door. I don't even know if he closes it behind him or if like Jenka does it or just swings closed, whatever. And what does he see?
Um, well, he sees um Errol looking a lot less composed than last time they crossed paths. Um, his armor and weapons have understandably been taken away. Um,
Hmm.
his hair is pretty disheveled. Um, and he's just sort of lying in his bed, not full cot, I guess, which is nice. We keep it a little more comfy, but his halo is somewhat dim.
Mm.
And he doesn't exactly look up when he hears someone coming in.
I do want to say real quick that when Blink is let in, Jenka is in there as well, but she has uh she's gonna let Blink have this, but she's gonna still be in there because she has to be. But she's just gonna be by the door, standing to the side.
Oh, I didn't know they were gonna have an audience.
Mhm.
She'll turn her back
No, it's
if
fine.
Blink wants privacy. She has to be in there. She can't let someone be alone with someone they have in jail.
No, I mean I guess that does make sense if you think about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I imagine Blink like I'm imagining him like pulling up a chair.
I think after a moment, like
And he just
pro-
sits.
probably after a moment, maybe hearing the chair, Errol finally looks up and um his eyes widen a little bit at the sight of Blink. And with some effort, he sits up.
Errol. Yep. Let me do one more take of that because I didn't like that. Errol.
Hi, Blink.
Hi. How you doing? You're looking pretty rough.
Yeah, I've probably been better. This was a long way for you to come.
It's not as long as you think it is.
He just sort of sits. He's leaning back against the wall behind the bed, and um, he looks like he's bracing himself.
All right. I think we'll just ask then. So, why'd you do it?
Um, I I felt it was the right thing to do.
Uh huh.
He is a mass murderer, Blink. You do know that.
I do know that.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also trying to be different than that.
He is trying, sure. I don't know what else you want me to say, Blink. I. I. If he is trying, as you say, that's lovely. He is still a mass murderer. There are lives that were ruined by him. Lots and lots of lives. And it doesn't feel right to me to let that slide because he feels really bad about it.
So, okay. Let me get this straight. You want to you wanted to take someone out of this world who is making an active effort to make it a better place. Is that what you're trying to do?
I'm trying to take someone out of this world who actively made it a worse place.
That's not what he's doing anymore. I understand. There's a difference.
You are talking about what could be happening in the future, and I I can't I'm trying, Blink. I really am, to understand why everyone is so willing to do that, but I can't ignore the facts of the past of what concretely did happen versus the optimistic hope of what might.
Maybe you'd understand a little better if you'd been inside his head.
Sure, Blink, maybe I would have. There's a lot of people who um, have things going on inside their head that uh, I can't take it on I can't go inside every single person's head to trust it. I can look at what they did, what they physically factually did, Blink.
And you wouldn't be interested to hear the perspective of someone who had been inside his head,
Um
like mine.
okay.
Oh, didn't know that one, did you?
No, Blink, I'm not in the habits of investigating everyone's psychic adventures. Like, I'm not asking for you to think I'm a good person. I'm not asking anyone to do that. I'm not expecting forgiveness or anything for what I did. I was not coming out of this planning to be a hero. So if
What were
you're
you planning to be?
nothing, I wasn't planning to be anything. I was just trying to do something that I thought needed to happen.
So you just came here asking for trouble? And I don't know. I don't know. I just maybe instead of asking for trouble, you should have come and asked me. I was keeping an eye on it. I told you that.
Look, I didn't.
And you didn't even bother. You didn't even talk to me or try to find me. You could have written a letter. You know how the mail works. It would have gotten to me.
You and Zan have already taken care of too much. I can't keep relying on you guys to fix everything. At some point, look,
So you don't.
I don't have an excuse. I don't. I really don't. I can't justify it because the fact is that I wasn't thinking about you guys because I was
Well,
trying.
obviously. I thought we were friends, Errol.
Yeah, yeah, we were. And I think you're a good person. Maybe too good a person, or maybe I'm just really not a great person and can't make a good judgment on it.
So what? You don't even want to try?
This was me trying, and it didn't work.
Well, you really went barking up the wrong tree, though, didn't you?
Everyone seems to be saying that, yeah.
I think like at this point, Blake has stood up and he has started pacing and gesturing.
Yeah, Errol just sort of lets him.
I mean, I guess what is it? I don't know. I thought I thought you were better than this. I thought you were smarter than this. I thought you wanted to be doing good things. I understand that you thought you were. But it would have been so easy It would have been so easy to send a letter, to find me, to find Zan, to find anyone else, anyone else. You know, I once got some advice from a good friend of mine. If you're struggling with something, you should talk to someone about it. And if you remember, this is advice that Larry gave him.
Mm. Well, it, like I said, I wasn't. I wasn't. I don't. All I can say is that I'm sorry. I.
Are you?
I'm sorry I hurt you. That's if you can't believe anything else. I didn't. I didn't want this to hurt you, and I failed at that, and I don't. I care about you, and I care about Zan, and I know it probably doesn't feel like that right now, and I don't blame you for feeling that either because I just wanted to I wanted to do something, and I didn't want you guys to get involved because no, maybe I thought I was protecting you. Maybe I was just being selfish again. And to guess it doesn't really matter.
But even now you don't want to you don't want to try.
Try it what? Link,
I don't know.
I'm not exactly going anywhere right now. There's not a whole lot for me to do. I can sit here and do a lot of thinking and think about all the things I could have done that would have been a lot smarter. Um, the fact is, I guess I'm just an idiot. So,
Yeah, I don't even know if Blink has anything that he can say to that. I think he gets sad. He was pretty mad. He was pretty angry and keyed up, and I think that just makes him sad. Errol, I believe that everyone deserves a second chance. Or a third chance even, if they're really trying. So I guess if you do want to try, I don't know, to talk to anything, you know where to send your letter. And I think Blink's gonna leave. Blink's gonna walk out the door.
Hmm.
Jenka's probably gonna stay like a second longer in the room just to get a look at Errol, see how he's doing after that talk.
Hey, Jenka, you want to make an insight check?
Yes, I do. Yes, she does. Where's your insight check? Oh,
I'm
her
like, man,
insight
maybe I
actually
should have made some
good.
insight checks.
Mm.
It's okay.
Don't worry, Blink. You were.
Yeah,
Sure.
I actually don't know if Blink is in the headspace to be making insight checks.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah.
Jenka's got
Plus,
you.
in some part of him,
Oh, that's a 24. Nice.
he doesn't think Errol would lie to him.
Hmm.
So.
Errol's, I mean, she's been seeing him up to this point. She knows he's not doing great in general. He definitely looks like yeah, he feels like absolute garbage right now. He just lets out a really long sigh and like lies back down on his bed.
Think I think she bites her lip for a second before just. Well, you heard him. If you ever want to send him letters, we've got plenty of paper that you can use. If I were you, I would take him up on it.
I don't know if I've got a lot to say.
Well, it's not like you're writing full-on novels. It'll mean something if you write anything.
You got plenty of time to think about it.
Jenka looks around and what the? Oh, right, tune thing. Okay. Listen, I'm gonna go follow him, make sure he's good, but don't People think bridges burn a lot quicker than they actually do. And then she's gonna go and check on Blink. Also, it's late. There's probably more guards out patrolling at night than in the actual station. But there's maybe like one or two doing paperwork, but at their desks. But Jenka has come out to see where Blink has gone.
Do you know that? Do you know that? That bit in SpongeBob where he's like laying on the ground, and he's a sponge, so he soaks up the the water, and then like cries again.
Jenka sees this, is just like,
This is Blink is lying face down on the ground, and there's just water seeping from like his head.
Okay, little guy, come here. Come on, none of that. No, don't get the floor wet. Come on. Jenka's just gonna.
If she like tries to help him stand up, his head like kind of still stays down, and it's just like a waterfall of water. Like if you took a bucket and like poured it out, but infinite.
Okay. She kind of. She like tilts it, like takes his lamp and just tilts it up towards the ceiling to try and see if that does anything.
You guys should invest in this technology for the fire department.
Just make one lamp very sad.
No!
The tear duct system. All their sprinklers are actually little tunes that are just crying.
No.
Jake is just like, okay, we're just gonna.
Yeah, I don't want to do like the voice stuff for it, but Blink is just, he's not loud, you know.
Yeah, I think
he could be, but he's not.
Probably not the first person after like a meeting who's been doing the tunage crying. So Jenka kind of just. She just holds him, pats, like probably takes him outside so that way the water doesn't get on the floor. But
minimize the water damage.
Yeah, minimalize it and
minimize words.
Minimalist.
Who needs them?
Yeah, she just I guess holds him and just pats him on the back, just like, there, it's all right, buddy.
And like, I think after a bit, like Blink is still crying, and I think he's just kind of just looking at his like hands or whatever, and he's just, I don't understand. I don't know. Why would I wanted to know why, and I don't know why.
Well, kids, sometimes people do really, really stupid things just trying to do what they think is right. Whether it is actually is up for debate.
He could have talked to me. He could have talked to Zan. He could have talked to anybody.
Yeah, and he should have.
So why? Why didn't he?
I don't know, kid. But I do know this. Yeah, he's an idiot who's made a mistake, and he will have to pay for it. But we're gonna make sure he gets help during that time. All right?
So it sounded like he didn't want help. He didn't want help before, or so he probably doesn't want it now.
Probably not, but and Jenka gives a grin at that. Doesn't really have a choice. He doesn't really have a choice this time.
Mm.
If I have to put him in a headlock, then you know I will.
I think Blink nods like he's taking this very seriously.
And you should know that Ansel's been calling in the middle of the goddamn night, while we've been trying to handle Errol's whole thing here. And he is pushing for a lighter sentence for the guy.
Yeah, you guys are probably gonna want to get him out of town.
Yes and no. Ansel thinks it would be better if he's moved somewhere else, but the guy did damage, and he need. Hold on.
And Jenka's like, turn off that loud motor. We talked about this.
Blink briefly left alone in the void.
Man.
Okay, I'm back. What was I saying?
I don't know, but you're gonna have, when this gets out, you're gonna have the whole town here.
Oh
Coming after
no,
him.
don't worry about that. They've the Sorry, Blink, you kind of missed the episode where the angry mob showed up.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I think that was... God, no, that was last week. Yeah, we already had the angry mob already. Which, as far as angry mobs go, was actually a very polite one. Then again, it was Gartho leading it, so maybe that was why.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But we all talked about it, and yeah, everyone's pissed off at him, but well, we gave Ansel of all people a chance. After a talk, we're willing to give this guy one.
Okay.
Okay? We're gonna do our best to make sure he's alright. And help him, and
Me
help him
nodding my head as if you can see it.
yeah. We're gonna help him figure this out, what he wants to actually do, instead of, killing random people because he thinks they're evil. Even though this guy was evil, but anyways. He's gonna get help, and it's gonna be alright.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. For now, it's late, and I still have a few more hours on my shift, so you got somewhere to stay tonight?
It's a great question. Probably not. He can't go to Ruidal because Ruby's there, and he told Ansel he wouldn't tell anybody
Oh, that's
about it.
right. Ruby is there at the moment.
But I think I think Blink probably says something like, I think Blink is just gonna like bald face lie to her and say, "Yeah, I got a place to be."
Make a deception check.
Yeah, you got it.
I'll roll. What do I roll?
Checking
Insight?
what his
Yeah.
deception is.
Ooh, 7.
Alright. I'm gonna roll insight just to see. 14. Yeah, no. Jenka just. You know what? Blink lies to her, and she just looks at him for a hot minute before just being like, oh yeah, that's right. How could I forget? Of course you do. And I'm sure it's right over this way. And she's gonna start leading Blink.
Oh.
She's gonna start leading Blink. You know what? He's gonna. She's gonna take. I'm not gonna role play it out, but she's gonna take him over to Garthos. Because if anyone can be very, very warm, very just be a very comforting thing for Blink right now, it would be the big cat.
Oh. Blink's definitely gonna follow along as if he's like, yeah, exactly.
She
He
shows
doesn't know that she's found him out. He's gonna yes and this.
Yep. They just yes and through it. She Gartho, while not expecting, just rolls with it because he is always delighted to have guests over. And Blink, he might talk your metaphorical ear off a little bit, but you'll have a warm place to stay the night, a warm meal before bed, and also a soft warm bed to sleep in for the night.
Maybe a bowl of ice cream.
And a bowl of ice.
Maybe a bowl of
Absolutely
ice
a bowl of there's no maybe about it. There's absolutely a bowl of ice cream.
Yeah. Blink probably turns in pretty early. He's pretty spent.
Mm-hmm.
No offense, Gartho. I'm sure your stories are just fine.
No, Gartho is not offended. He can understand when someone needs a break. I mean, goodness, you live well, and he actually starts going on and on and on. And you'll just have to close the door.
No, I think Blink just passes out.
Oh, well, Gartho will tuck him in. Make sure
Cool.
the baby boy is comfortable.
Well, great work, everybody.
Yay!
Ooh.
Emotions.
I think that's gonna do us. Anything else anyone wants to say? Is that like we're good? The melodrama.
Big melodrama.
I kind of want to say, just for the recording, what the eventual consensus of what Errol's sentence would be for what he did.
Yeah, probably
Have you
good.
decided that?
Me and Yuni talked about it, and
Oh, okay. Well, then go for it.
the Errol is gonna stay in Little Corner and do community service.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite.
Yeah.
And he is being assigned a therapist to talk to.
Everyone's favorite forced therapy.
I mean, look, it is a constant joke that like everyone everywhere is just like, oh god, this person needs a therapist. It's
Yeah, no, it's good. It's really good.
And it's true.
It is.
Everyone
It is 1,000% true. And if anyone needs one right now, it's absolutely Errol.
God, please.
Yep.
Oh God.
Listen, everyone needs therapy, and it's just a good lesson to learn. Even if you feel you don't need therapy, go ahead and see a therapist anyways. You'd be surprised.
All right. Well, now that this PSA is over, we're good to go.
Honestly,
Well-
again, this was emotional. This was big melodrama. It could have gone a lot worse.
It
Yeah,
could have.
that's
Blink was not as mean as I could have had him be. And it's because Errol was so fucking sad.
God, that is just the staple of every FPS. Could have been worse.
Someday we'll have a really bad one.
No.
But until then, thanks for listening.
Thanks for
I don't think
listening,
we will.
everybody.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye.